Hey there, CJ Math students. Welcome to Math Test 63. We're going to review ratios, proportions, and scale factor. We'll also review circles in order for our test, which will be on Wednesday. So the biggest thing about rates, ratios, proportions, remember, you want to understand what are the two things you're comparing. So problem number one, Sean mixes coconut oil with several other ingredients to make homemade toothpaste for his dog, Rocky. Uses 1/2 cup of coconut oil to make 2/3 cups of toothpaste. How much coconut oil does Sean use per cup of toothpaste? So he's comparing the oil per cup of toothpaste, right? And that's going to tell you the order in which you need to divide. So your work is 1/2 cup of coconut oil divided by the 2/3 cups of toothpaste. Remember, when you divide, flip the second fraction. So 1/2 times 3/2, multiply straight across, you get 3/4. And then write your answer as you get 3/4 cups of oil per 1 cup of toothpaste. All right, you pause the video and try and do number 2 yourself. Number 3, Hector's school is holding a fitness challenge. The students are encouraged to exercise 2.5 hours per week. Hector exercises about the same number of hours each week. During a 4-week period, he exercises for 11.5 hours. Hector wants to compare his exercise rate to the fitness challenge rate. So how many hours per week? So again, we're comparing hours per week. So hours are coming first and weeks are coming second in order for us to get our rate. So it's about Hector, right? So Hector, we have this 2.5 hours per week, but that's for the school challenge. He exercises for 11.5 hours divided by the 4 weeks right there. So first of all, you want to change this 11.5 to an improper fraction. So we've got 11 times 2 is 22. So 23/2 divided by 4/1. Flip the second fraction. 23/2 times 1/4 gets us 23/8. This is an improper fraction, so you want to convert that obviously to a mixed number. 8 goes into 23 2 times without going over. That's 16 with 7 left over. So he exercises for 2 7/8 hours per week. And now you want to compare that. How does his rate compare to the fitness challenge rate? Well, 2 7/8 hours is greater than 2.5 hours, which was what the challenge was back up in this problem right there. Therefore, his rate is greater than the challenge rate. So he's doing a good job. Pause the video and do number 4. Number 5, Shiloh's research shows 8 empty cans make 1/4 pound of aluminum. Shiloh wants to know how many cans it takes to make 5 pounds of aluminum. So how many cans are there per pound of aluminum? So again, it was cans per pound. So cans comes first, then pounds, LBS, comes second. So we're doing 8 empty cans divided by 1/4 pound of aluminum to find our unit rate first. So 8/1 times, we need to flip this second fraction, 4/1. Multiply straight across, you get 32/1. So 32 cans per pound. And then if we know it's 32 cans per 1 pound, to make 5 pounds, we'll just take 32 and multiply it by 5. So our answer is 160 cans. 160 cans make 5 pounds of aluminum. Pause the video, do number 6. For number 7, it says, which ratios have a unit rate of 3? Choose all that apply. Well, you're just going to divide it. Here we'll have fraction over fraction. So 15/2 divided by 2 1/2. But if we change that, that's 5/2. This one we got to change again. So that's 15/4 divided by 2/1. And this one would be 2/1 divided by 2/3. So we'll do that division. We can use our calculator if we need to just figure out what gets us to 3. And if you don't like the fraction over fraction, this is the same thing as 15/2 divided by 5/2. So when I flip multiply straight across, I'm going to end up getting 3. So that's one of them. When I do this one and I flip multiply straight across, I get 15/8. So this is not one of them. And then when I do this one, and again, 2 over 1 divided by 2/3, I do get 3 as well. So these 2 ones were the ones that had unit rates of 3. Pause and do number 8. And for problem number 9, it says, in the relationship between price and number of empanadas, proportional. Complete the statements. So the price per empanada. So price comes first, divided by empanadas. So 1 divided by 2 is equal to 0.5. So it's 0.5 or 50 cents per empanada. And that's the same thing here for everything. So if you divide, you still get 0.5. You divide here, you get 0.5. You divide here, you get 0.5. You divide here, you get 0.5. So it is proportional. Is there a constant proportionality? Yes, the constant proportionality is 0.50 cents per 1 empanada. Pause the video and do number 10. And finally, number 11, is there a relationship between the amount earned, so dollars on the y-axis, remember, and the days worked on the y-axis, the x-axis. So remember, for a graph to be proportional, it has to go through 0, 0, and go up at a constant rate. Well, this constant rate is 40 over 1, which equals 40. This one was 80 over 2, which still equals 40. This was 120 over 3, which still equals 40. And 160 over 4 still equals 40. So the amount G inputted is the same, so the graph is proportional. And the constant of proportionality is the same, so she earns $40 per day. All right, you're now going to do number 12.